So let's open up a new file and start creating some topography. So I'm going to go to File as soon as I get my mouse over there, and New Project, and we're going to use the architectural template, and we're going to go to Massing and Site, Topo Surface. I get a warning that says it's not going to show up because of the level we're on. We're on level 1. So I'm going to go ahead right away and change to the site level and start placing some points. So I'm going to set, this might say 100 for you, I'm going to set this for 20 feet and start placing a few points here. And I'm trying to be a bit random, trying to generate some kind of a natural form, free form. Okay, so that's the 20-foot level. And now I'm going to switch to, let's say, a 10-foot level. Oops, not 100. And place some points. And I believe we can just, if we want to, we can move these points at any time. We have that kind of flexibility. So now we have an elevation coming down to 10 feet. And we can take a peek at what this is starting to look like. Let's go to View and 3D View. And I'll just rotate around and you can see how we're starting to move down the hill. Now, because we don't have a lot of points here, we don't have that idea of a kind of a rounded shape to it or more contour. But we can continue to add points in. So I can still place points at the 10-foot level to try and generate some kind of, I don't know, form to it. So now we have our 10-foot level. Let's move to our 5-foot level. I'm going to type in 5 here. And once again, start placing some points. And we'll look at this in 3D just to see how our shape is coming along. And now our final level will be at 0. And I'll place a few points. And it'll start to be right at the water's edge, so to speak. And once again, we'll go back and look at that. And we're going to make a sub-region out of that to have the water there. So what I want to do is I'm going to place a few more points just to kind of block out an area here that would be like a water for a sub-region. And we'll click that as being completed. And now let's add a materiality to this. So I'm going to go to our material browser, drag this over to your screen, and we're going to make a new material. We'll just call it grass. And we'll look for a nice grass. Hold on, that window opened on the other monitor, so I need to drag it over. Go to Site. Appearance. Site work, sorry. And we should be able to find some kind of a raw field grass. And we'll move that in. And we'll apply that. And we'll just see what it looks like rendered. Okay. And I will show you how to remove those lines. We can go to a visibility palette. I actually don't want to do that yet. I'll come back to that when we get closer to the end of the project. Let's go ahead now and add in a subregion, which can be that water. So I've clicked on site region, or excuse me, subregion. I'm going to go back to massing and site and escape out of this a minute. Hold on. Go to cancel this out. I'm going to go to massing and site and go to subregion and back to our site level. And we're going to kind of map out our area, which is going to be the water. And I'm not getting all my snaps that I would probably like to here, but we will. I'm going to put this on chain. It doesn't want to join up very nicely, so I'm going to go ahead and join it that way. And now we have a subregion, and we'll give it a materiality. So let's now give it a water look. In this case, I'll just make a blue because I think the water materials look a little bit funny. So let's rename this. You could always try to select a watercolor, and we'll open up our material palette again, and we'll look for water. Open up the appearance. Let's see if we can search for water. Actually, let's not do it that way. Like I said, well, we'll do it. You can always change it. Not finding, there we go. Transparent liquid. Yeah, I don't like any of these because we're going to have issues with what shows below that. So excuse me for that. Let's just cancel out of that. And we'll go to water. I don't know why we're still carrying the grass color over. And I'm going to select the blue. So just, and let's make it a bluish green. Little, yeah. And we'll go back to our 3D view and see what that looks like. Okay, so now we have a site with some water at it. And let's go ahead now and I'll show you how to get rid of the contour lines. So I'm going to go to Manage, and I'm going to, View I think it is. Look for our visibility graphics. And we're going to roll down until we find the, it could be under Site. I don't know if that's where it is. Or Topography. There it is. So I'm going to open up Topography. And I'm going to get rid of the primary and the secondary contours. And I'll hit Apply. And now our contours are gone. And I'll click OK. All right, so now we're ready. We've now done the basics of what this experience is about. We've created some kind of a contour of geometries. And we could have a little more extension up here if we were doing some more development of the approach to the site or whatever, but I think this is a good site or a good start. And the next thing we'll do is we'll just look at populating this with a building and with some vegetation, just to show you how you can enhance and help people to read the contours without the benefit of, like right now we don't have shadow and other lighting, and it's very difficult to read what's actually going on here unless you're rotating it. So we'll pick that up in the next clip.